How do you think the vaccination effort was coordinated? Do you think like it was smooth? Was it very disjointed?
No, no, it was very smooth here. So we can take an appointment very easily. We all have a medical record number, and we can take an appointment very easily. It's very smooth. There are lots of options. There's a call center also, and the whole process is very smooth. So we have a very big centralized vaccination center here, and it's so smooth. It's so organized. They've maintained social distancing even with so many people, and it's very quick as well. And the nurse who gave me told me that that day they had about 4,000 patients, but even then we didn't feel that it was crowded or anything. So it was highly organized, very
Wow,
smooth. Yeah,
that's wonderful.
yeah.
Thanks. And I guess maybe I should ask first then, where did you get the vaccine? Because I guess things are
Oh,
different.
of course. Yes. So I stay in Dubai in the UAE. So I got it here in Dubai, and I got the Pfizer BioNTech. Yes.
Okay, that's great. So everything went really well in the sign up process. And then did you get any symptoms after your first dose or your second dose?
Right. Okay. So yes, I did. After the first dose, it was the symptoms were milder, I would say. It was about a day or so that I had soreness in the arm. I think that was the major symptom that I had, and I was very tired. But after the second dose, which I just took it on the third, it was very heavy. I think the immune system was really boosted up. I had symptoms. I still had symptoms till today morning. So it's night over here. I still had symptoms till morning, and I had myalgias. I had pain in joints. I had fever, and definitely soreness and swelling in my arm. So I think the second dose is heavier, and I did experience nausea and vomiting as well. So those were the symptoms. Yes.
Do you think your symptoms are getting better now?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. I took the second dose on the third, and the third towards the evening, and that day was fine because I just slept. But then the fourth and the fifth were a little not very good. But today was very good. So today, all throughout the day, the symptoms were reducing. I was feeling better, and now I feel I'm okay. I just have pain in my arm, I would say, mildly, that too. So we are getting better. Yes.
So it's been 3 days, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. I don't know if it's like too soon to say, but are you happy you got the vaccine?
I am very happy. Yes, it's not too soon. I would definitely say now. I was happy after the day I got the appointment itself, and it's really good that we have the vaccine. It's really good we can control the pandemic. It's almost a year now, and we being in the healthcare profession, I think we should be like role models to people who have doubts about vaccinations or have stigmas towards vaccinations. So I was very happy when I got the appointment itself, and now that I'm done, I'm really happy. So, yes.
I see, thanks. So are you in the healthcare profession?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh,
I'm a doctor. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
is there anything else you wanted to say?
If you have any specific questions about Pfizer, I would be happy to. I would just say this that here in Dubai uh, we do have I think two or three vaccines. We have three vaccines actually, and people are turning up for all three vaccines. They're very happy with all the three vaccines, and I think Pfizer, even though it's a new technology, people are not very aware of it, or we've not used it much before, but I think it's very nice that people are trusting it and coming out and taking the vaccination. So yeah, and I would really like to tell everybody to go ahead and take the vaccination. I mean, it's just 1, 2, or 3 days of symptoms, and after that, you could we can control the pandemic, so we can do our small bit there.
Okay. Could I could I maybe ask generally about the vaccine rollout in your country? So like when did that start? Are you getting the vaccination relatively early because you're a healthcare worker?
Okay. Yes. So definitely. But at this time, I got it a bit late, I would say. So we did start with the healthcare professionals, but it was never like that. We vaccinated a lot of the country already. So we're giving it to a lot of the people. So definitely healthcare professionals were the priority, are the priority still, but we're trying to give it to as many people as possible. It's free of cost, the appointments are super easy, and people are turning up every day. I'd like to highlight this. We have prioritized elderly people and people with chronic disease first. So what I mean by prioritizing is they would get an appointment first. That's the only thing. But if a normal, healthy young adult wants to take an appointment for a certain vaccination, they can do that, and they can just get an appointment and get the vaccine. So I think it's really nice that we're vaccinating even the normal, healthy population right from the beginning.
And in addition to the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine and the Pfizer vaccine, what other vaccine? What's the third one?
That's Sinopharm. It's the one from China, and it was a joint collaboration with the UAE and China. And we also had trials of Sinopharm here back in November and December. So there were some people who volunteered for that as well. We'll be now giving it to people who want it as well. So these are the three vaccines that we have here now.
Okay, thanks. And did you by any chance get to choose what vaccine you could get?
Yes, I did. I did, and I chose the Pfizer. Nothing major though. I could have had the time I took the Pfizer. At that time, we didn't really have the AstraZeneca over here. The Oxford AstraZeneca, we just had it a month back. I think that's when it started. So I had already taken an appointment for the vaccine, and I wanted. So it was a choice between I took the Pfizer, and later we had the AstraZeneca over here. But I did, yes, and people do. If they don't have no contraindications, they can take whichever they want. So.
Okay. Have other people in your family gotten vaccinated?
Yes, so all of my family is vaccinated. My parents got it through their employer. So both my parents got the Sinopharm vaccine because that's what their employer recommended a long time ago. My sister is here right now because of the pandemic. She got the Pfizer one because she has to travel to Canada. That's where she studies. So that was one of the reasons she took Pfizer, yes. So all of us are vaccinated, yes.
Okay, that's great. And maybe have their symptoms been similar to yours?
So my sister had the first dose, I think a week or 10 days back. Her symptoms were a bit milder as compared to me. So she didn't have a fever, she didn't have pain in the arm. She basically just had the injection site swelling, I would say, not even soreness or pain. Both my parents, no, they didn't have any symptoms after Sinopharm. Even though my mother is hypertensive, she was recommended to take paracetamol prophylactically after the second dose specifically, but she didn't either. So no, I think I was the only one in my family who really kind of had symptoms, specifically after the second dose. So yeah.
Okay, thanks. And for those of us who don't know what paracetamol is, could you describe it a little bit?
Okay, it goes by the brand name of Panadol over here. It's a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug that's usually used to control fever and pain, but so they were recommending for people to take it just to probably avoid inflammation after that, people who had chronic disorders. So
if there's anything else you want to add or not, then that's it. Thanks.
No, I'm just happy to do this, and I would really like to tell everybody, even people who are not in the healthcare field, to take the vaccination or to register for it, or to just be open to the idea of vaccination. That's one thing we as a society can do to prevent the pandemic, right? It's the easiest way to not get COVID. prevent COVID-19 or severity of COVID-19. So I think that that's the whole thing, and that's why I would really like to create this awareness so a lot of people can go ahead and take the vaccination. It's just a myth that it's something will happen. It's nothing worse. Yeah, sure.
Is there anything else you want to add?
No, actually. Oh, yeah, actually, yes. So just one more minute I would take. When I went for the second dose, there were a lot of people who were there for Pfizer who were elderly, who were about 6 years, and people they were also very excited. I mean, they come from all sorts of backgrounds, they have all sorts of beliefs, but with the whole COVID pandemic, I think even they were very open to the idea of vaccination, and they were quite excited about it. And if surprisingly, they didn't have symptoms after the first dose. I spoke to one or two people over there. They were Indians as well, but they really did have symptoms after the first dose, and they weren't expecting anything after the second also. So I think that's another message for the elderly people who were scared or anything. Experience says it's pretty safe, so probably they could take it as well. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. That would be my message. So.